Grace, our country feels like it's on fire. There is a segment of our community that is screaming out to us that they are hurting. I have never experienced a week like this. I have never witnessed things like what we've witnessed for this last week. But I am certain that to just carry on this Sunday talking about the book of Acts would be pretty obtuse and insensitive and wrong. I think all the events of this last week have conspired to press upon the church the necessity to answer the question, what do we do now? What do we do in light of everything that's happened? How do we feel? How do we process this? What, most importantly, is God thinking about what he's seeing? What's happening in our country now that grieves the heart of God? And what are God's expectations of his people and of his church in response to what's happening? I believe fervently that we have no choice as a church but to address the things that are happening in our country. I have spent the week, because of that, in conversation. I've done nothing but talk to people and read this week. I've had hours of conversations with multiple people. I've talked to an African-American pastor in Dothan, Alabama, who reached out to me on Facebook. I've talked to multiple people in our congregation. I've talked to people in our community outside of our congregation, getting all the perspectives I can possibly get. I'm so tired. It's all I've been thinking about this week. I have talked and I have cried and I have read and I have prayed. And this Sunday, I want to share with you my thoughts on what I think the church's responsibility is in the light of everything that's happened in our country this week. To say that it's a difficult topic is a gross understatement. But I believe that as a church, we have to have the courage and the temerity to face it together and to have an honest conversation about it. So that's what we're going to do this Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to try to answer the question as a church, what do we do now? In light of everything that's happening in our country, what does God want from his people? I'm going to do the best I can to articulate that. If you pray for me, I covet your prayers this week. If you call Grace home, I hope that you'll be watching along with us this Sunday at 10 o'clock. And I hope that together we can make the right choices for Grace and for our community. I'll see you Sunday.